All right, everyone. You should be hearing me fine. Welcome to the first Outfit War match of June. Not June, May. My bad. I'm Moti. I will be with Dozor soon. He's arriving. And we'll be casting the first match of the day, which is Soltech Gold, which is HHzs versus, if you can see here, Knop and YLBT. So all three teams are, I think, of Asian speaking languages mainly, so we won't be able to speak to them afterwards. I know that on the silver match there are a few Australian outfits, so this will be casted, I think, on PSB, the main PSB channel by Railtor and someone else. I'm not sure who. Let me check on the beautiful document. It should be casted by Pat Tactic and Railtor. So if you want to, if you're Australian and you want to support your teams, you can go ahead there. There's a minute delay on the Twitch stream, so you should you need to wait a bit for me to see your messages. Do not hesitate to type it if there is any issue. Most importantly, if there's a sound issue, if the stream is crashing or something like that, I will try to look at that. Which is uh, I'm keeping graphics on low for clarity and to avoid any bitrate issue with the stream with my computer. So let's talk a bit about the match. Let's hope Dodzor is going to arrive soon. So nothing has changed since the previous match. We still have the free warp gates, the bases near the warp gates that can only get tied by one team at the start, unless one of the previous base is captured first. So if, for example, if TR captured the relic E with 1 or 2 seconds uh, before relic D, so if they start the cap faster, they can get into relic D and capture it at the last
User
second.
joined your channel.
Hey, Dodzor!
Hey.
You're on. The stream is here. So you have casted a watch Outfit Wars match before?
Have I casted another Outfit Wars?
Yeah.
No, I've only played it. I played in the last.
Oh yeah, you played with
season.
BRTD, no?
Yeah, we did a Ringers, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be casting the BRTD match, which is a Miller Gold at 18 UTC, I think. So it should be a really interesting match. I think I will be casting with Farah. Are you playing again?
I'll not be playing today.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So this is Soltech. I think all outfits here are somewhat a bit known for us. I mean, YLBT is playing Lane Smash. HHzs, I think we've seen them a bit. I'm not exactly sure why, but I just know their names, so I know they're not absolutely no names in Planet side. And the last one I don't know a lot. It's CN0P. Do you know anything about them? Why those are silent? All right, let's see the population of the continent. So NC is already here, and VS is not really showing up. They only have 15 minutes, so they should start putting. I think the nanite bug is resolved. If you don't know, last matches there were an issue where you were not regenerating nanites, so that was a big issue. This match should be not have that issue. So pulling nanites vehicles right now is quite important, so that you can regenerate nanites on the continent and pull a vehicle faster, although you're still able to pull them from construction bases, which doesn't cost any nanite, so it should be good. We're going to see if they build bases. I think they are going to build bases. Every match we've seen bases being built. There's a lot of places where you can build them quite safely. Let's mute Discord before you get all mad. And we are going to see if they build inside the bases, because you can see on those points they can actually put construction thing inside. You can pull sky shield, you can pull anti-infantry turrets, and we've seen that happen in the previous matches. But that being said, it wasn't that impactful, and we've seen a lot of orbital strikes on it. And since you can use the outfit war, the assets that you have in the armory, you can create orbital strikes and put them on the bases. The only one you cannot use is, I think, the Bastion. So yeah, the building bases is quite a lot of effort, and it can be destroyed quite easily with orbital strikes. I'm going to send a message to Dodzor to see if it's fine if he's not talking. He's leaving me alone.
It's I'm just having some difficulty trying to get onto the content. That's all.
Okay, okay. It appears the VS is also having issue getting on the continent because only 8% of them here. Let's try not to look at the WebGet so we don't show the composition of vehicles. I hope. How many of you are here? 18. That's nice. We don't know that the map has changed or not. So far, it doesn't look like it did. I don't remember that being a thing, but to be honest, it's not really impactful. It's except for like graphics. So the VS, the NCA.TR seems to be showing up, but we're not seeing equal population. That's weird. Maybe the VS qualified and they are having trouble bringing 48 players. I hope we're going to see a full match on. It would be interesting to see what's happening when there's one faction is just not really showing up because it would be a 1v1 instead of a 1v1. So it would be quite interesting. Of course, not that fun because capturing those like imagine VS is not showing up and capturing the CND bases will be quite secured and you will have to cut quite a lot of bases before going there. But it will be a lot more interesting to see from a competitive side because it's not having to you don't have to manage the population and most importantly like if both teams focus on the other one, what's happening, how do you manage it, do you backstab the other team with aggressing with you, all that kind of strategic decision in is quite interesting, I think. Are you using the commands, that's all?
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be working for me.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I'm trying to fix it.
Are you streaming on your own channel?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, okay. I think we need for 48 pillage we need some TR, yeah. It will be interesting to see what they do vehicle-wise. We've seen quite a lot of different things. We've seen a lot of Sundays, we've seen a lot of MBTs, we've seen harassers and ESFs being quite the best weapons for mobile warfare from very aggressive outfit. I think one APC did that. I think a few others think I've casted the Emerald match for silver or bronze. I'm not sure. The silver one, and it was also how the team who won managed their vehicles. A lot of ZSFs and harassers because they can easily jump from one base to another, while harassers and MBTs are quite slow and they can get somewhat flanked easily. I don't know if you can see here, but if you have MBTs in between bases, you can still get from behind. And the fact those three bases are really close and there are three faction fighting for them means that generally speaking, you're always facing two angles that can shoot you. So Harasser is the best for that. So you can just pick, shoot, move away, and kill and focus Thunderers. If you've seen the bases here, you can just realize the Thunderers are really vulnerable. Even with the hills here protecting them, you have a lot of mountains where MBTs, harassers, everything can shoot them down. So securing Thunderers is really hard. You will have to rely on beacons and eventually drops. If the Knights are here this time, it will be a bit more drop focus, I hope, but it's going to be not that easy to secure the logistics to respawn on the bases, and it's at least on that map it's quite showing that you have to be really good at spreading your population and securing respawn options if you want to capture them. Otherwise you will get kicked out of the bases if you attack. And that being said, there is no respawn on those bases, so it means that if you defend you have to go there too. So it's quite really interesting, I think. It could
So,
be interesting to have that on live.
so looking at these war gates now, just looking at the NC side of the war gate, the usual quite a lot of reavers and vehicles. The good thing about this continent is, unlike other events where it's primarily an ESF versus ESF capture base, this is quite primarily focused on armor essentially, and it's going to be quite interesting to see how each of the three outfits here manage their composition between the air and the ground, and obviously don't forgetting the now infantry centric bases for when
Yep.
I played last time, and especially from like the early beta days, of the outfit wars that some of these bases didn't really exist. So we're quite interested to see how people manage to break themselves down into vehicles, ESFs, and infantry. From my playing experience, for an infantry team or squad, it's quite easy to hold some of these buildings.
Yeah, you can like it's somewhat safe to get to be in the middle unless you have ESF and you need to hold the point because there are people on it. But the building, I really like it. It's a bit like the Akan 1000 bases, where you can like hold the balconies to hold the point and only get on the point if you have enemies getting there, but they are going to get killed from the balcony. So it's really interesting. I like them. It's there's a lack of variety, but at least the base is somewhat fine. I
It
don't think
seems
VS is
that
going to show
the
up.
TR don't have as many ESFs as the NS. Sorry, as the VS. Sorry.
The VS has only
Um,
10% population on the continent. I'm worried they are not going to be here. I don't know if Twitch has any information about that. Apparently, CN0P is a team playing in Land Smash in the 93 OP team. That's interesting. Yeah, the stream delay is 1 minute. It's short, but I don't think we are going to have much people watching this match anyway. So we are good, I think. The match starts in 7 minutes, so it will be soon. I'm a bit hyped about this match. I really don't know the team, so I'm not rooting for anyone, and it's quite it's interesting to see what's going to happen. The TR doesn't have the same population as the NC. What's happening? I don't know what's happening here. I hope everyone is. I was told HH was going to have a platoon outside Desolation. So HH is, I think, the NC team, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, they are the NC team. So they are the one showing up at least the most here in Desolation. And they're going to have a platoon farming resources outside of the match, so they can craft resources for the match during the match and use them. I was told there was going to be a lot of orbital strikes.
just looking at the population, 47% NC, 36% TR, and 10% VS. Hopefully, we do see
Yeah,
more VS arrive on content before the
I
match
hope.
starts.
I mean, it's interesting if we have a one event situation and only maybe a few VS harassing the Wapgate bases for the VS, but it's a bit sad to not see a team participate, especially in a gold match. Like that's not something you would expect. Like in Miller with ECOG, who is let's just say an outfit who spam invited a lot of people and doesn't have any real structure. If they don't show up, I think nobody will be surprised. But it's a bronze match, not the gold one.
From the last season, I personally felt some of the better matches to watch and participate in were the lower scale,
Yeah, I casted.
because
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
the at least from my perspective, the gold, bronze, silver doesn't really mean much because people in gold mean the best like team per outfits. Like quite a lot of good outfits qualified for bronze and silver, so um, people just focus on the gold when there's good matches all around. I think.
Yeah, the silver match was really interesting to go. The bronze match for Miller was really interesting and really intense. It was one HHzs versus Sin versus I don't remember who, but it was really intense and wait, let me think. Who was on TR? It was not K. It was not BATD. I cannot remember who it was. Maybe FU. I think it was FU. And it was really intense. The score was really close at the end, and it was one of the best match from all that I saw. I casted also the silver match for Emerald, and it was also quite intense, a bit more one-sided a bit in terms of scores, but it was really interesting from a strategy point of view to watch at it because there was one team dominating at the end, but they did not manage to get enough score to get to the first place. So it was quite interesting to see. The match started in less than 5 minutes now. And we're not seeing any more VS. The TRNC population are slowly getting equal, but not a lot.
I mean, having played in the last season, we did have a few problems where people couldn't warp to continent for numerous reasons. Either that be they didn't have the correct rank within the outfit, technical difficulties, people crashing during transition, and people just the worst one, people just simply forgot. But hopefully, we do see more BS come. I'm
I've
not
been
too sure
told
when the
by our little friend that VS is not going to show up. So CN0P is not going to play the match, at least not for real. So it will be a showdown between the HH and YLBT. And maybe one or two VS rolling around, but not a 1v1v1, which is also interesting because I really want to see the map played on a 1v1 setting. And the match is going to be either faster. Yeah, the match should be faster because there is more bases for less teams, so the score is going to go faster for both teams. Really interesting, at least. I thought we were going to see that on the Miller Bronze, not in the Soltech Gold. We have 34 viewers for. I'm going to see how much the main PSB channel has. They have. Wait, it's not online. Where are they casting the main the silver match? I need to check. Ah, they should be streaming on the PSB. Oh wait, the silver match has just started. I'm stupid. It's in 30 minutes. All right, 2 minutes before match start. I'm going to look at the WebGate when there's only 1 minute left, so that we can only show what's in here and without some stream sniping. Although I doubt it's going to happen, it's best to not do that at all, just to be safe, and so we can not get used to it when the matches will have people actually watching and playing at the same time. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. So the E and the D bases are going to be the only bases being able to be capped at the start of the match, and then normally, if VS doesn't contest anything, the I and the H bases will be for free. So it means that at the start of the match, the E base and the B base are completely free and won't even be able to be stolen. That's going to be really interesting. Because then all the population is free to fight around the A and the F point and try to steal it if one cap is faster than the other. And the G point is also going to be the most contested. Because all the population can go here and no other base can be captured. Unless they race for it. Oh god, there's so many play possible when you can steal the A, the F, and the G base. Because if they rush the B and the D and the E base and get the cap as soon as possible on the I and the H base, they can get on the G base and wait. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they can try and steal the H or the I base. My brain is doing lots of mathematics here. The match start in 1 minute. Let's look at the tier warp gate now. The population is still not equal between the NC and the TR, but there is a bunch of TRs, so they are going to fight for sure. We are seeing Thunderers, Ants, Mosquitoes, and Valkyries. Not any Galaxy, not any MBT. Yes, one, two MBTs, but that's about it. Quite interesting to see. Let's look at the NC one now. Are you watching the warp gate right now?
NC pretty much have a line of Sunderers, Ants, and ESF just
Oh,
waiting for the
yeah,
for
I'm
the
watching
go.
that. The match is going to start in 23 seconds. That's a lot of MBTs of Thunderers.
If NC head down the southwestern lane towards CR, we might be able to see some sort of battle. But with the lack of VS on this continent, it's going to be quite rare that we see some sort of pitch fight, because hopefully it doesn't turn into a case of where NC are just chasing the TR or TR chasing the NC around the bases because VS haven't decided to show up.
Okay.
Because without that third faction, there's just simply too many bases,
And the
in my
match
opinion.
just started? I mean, we've got the event for the end of the pre-match, but the match, yeah, the match just started. All
So,
right, we're seeing a lot of vehicle accident on the NC side with the ants.
yeah,
I'm seeing blink the ants. Wow, I haven't seen that. Pimp my ant.
what I noticed from last season as well is that when we were waiting for the start, it gave us a false start, and a few of us crashed and exploded in the warp gate, which is quite confusing. And I think that's what happened there with the vehicle accidents for the NC. NC pretty much barreling towards the
The
Relic
AF
A
base is
and
not
Relic
capped.
B.
Oh my god, that's really bad. The NC has a 10-second advantage on the capture on the main, what I'm going to call the main lane, which is between the A and the F point, And they have a 10-second advantage, meaning that NC can get the capture on A for free and get into F and try to steal it. That's really big. I think you played for BRTD, so you've captured like 2 bases like that in the silver match. I think that's what happened.
TR moving into the center onto the G and H capture point.
So VS has started the cap on the relic C, but I don't think he's going to hold it for very long. And the G point is in the hands of. Oh, I need to put the Empire colors, so it's showing at least NC as blue and not red. The NC has a strong hold on the G point, so that when the A point is captured, they can start the cap here. We're not seeing a lot of population here. I think everyone is fighting, so we should probably watch the fight in between the bases rather than capture timer. Oh, that product managed to kill. Let's try and find bases here. We are seeing Mag Riders alone trying to kill and defend the base with almost no population, so they will be a pain in the ass for everyone. And maybe I should stay a bit more polite. So 18 seconds left on the A point, and we are seeing a few NC on the F point. I'm going to watch the F point because I think it's going to be the most important here. It will be deciding. I need to get slower. We're not seeing any NC here, but we've seen a few on the map. The F point doesn't seem to be contested by NC, so NC is not trying to steal the point here, but they are on the G point, no problem. And they might try to steal the C point from VS. Let's see. Before going in the... Is NC trying to steal? Yes, NC is. Nope, the point was captured. No, it was not. I saw some NC here, but there's a lot of Spitfire, so I don't think it's going to happen.
VS using their force multiplying Spitfires to make up for the lack of players on their side this afternoon. Hopefully those Spitfires do.
So that's really interesting because the TR has started the cap on the D point, which is free for them. At least NC is not going to contest it, and the VS is most likely hasn't started the cap on it. So they have one base in advance for them, and they are strongly in position of the G point. Let's look at the G point because that's the point that is actually possibly contested. But we're not seeing any TR going there. No one is contesting or attacking the warp gate bases. That's really interesting. I'm not seeing any fight. I don't know where the TR population is. We cannot see it in between the bases. Oh, the TR is on the D point, but D point can almost not be contested.
Quite a large force for the D point, even though VS, who can't really muster enough manpower to hold C and take D at the same time, as NC slowly cap the G and H points, before we see a bigger battle in the middle pretty much soon. Already vehicles from all factions are heading towards center.
Let's have a look at the score right now. So YLBT is in advance with 20 points, then we have HH with 18 and CN0P with 6 points. G point is starting to be to see a bit of TR trying to clean around it with mosquitoes, but the mosquitoes are not doing a good job against the AA right now. So they are scared away by the NC, who's still solidly on the point, and they just captured it. So NC has now 3 base to 3 base, and TR just captured the I point and the H point. So TR and NC are on equal standing with 4 bases each. Interesting to see if NC is going to try and contest the C point. Apparently they are. So VS they will have to fight a bit of VS here, but they have the pop advantage for sure. And they have the population advantage on the continent, so they can spend a few people to be on the relic C point. And they are controlling the middle bases, which is the most important. But we're not seeing any other attack anywhere else. I wonder what's happening. Oh, they are on the H point, I found them. Yep, H1 flipping for TR. The Spitfires are trying to slow down YLBT, but YLBT is going on the point. The point is in the TR hands. VSEs are rushing both bases.
Meanwhile, NC start the timer on the Relic C from the VS. VS falling between C and B. Quite a hectic fight on Relic H at the moment.
Yeah, that's where they are. That's where the fight is. NC is trying to hold it, but they are not in control of the point. TR is in the middle, so NC is trying to stay on the sides and not the balcony, but they're still. Everyone is below there. Nobody is using the balconies. Everyone is on the roof, on the ground, and we are seeing. Yep, the MBTs from TR trying to kill the Thunderers. As I said, the Thunderers are very vulnerable, and even MBTs are able to come here. And I need to slow down. And kill the Thunderers very easily. So NC doesn't have any spawn option here right now. VS is recapturing the rig. See, this is really a needle in the foot of the NC team, because they could have one more base over the VS right now, and they don't. Their good attack on the G point, where they were solidly entrenched at the start of the game, is sadly not helped by the fact that VS managed to capture the C point.
It would be funny if in the last few seconds we saw VS drop onto Relic H and cap it.
It would, yes, but interestingly enough, the NC has recaptured the H point very easily, despite losing a Sandy. I don't know how they are respawning. I'm not seeing any. I'm just seeing a few beacons, and it doesn't seem like TR managed to get a good hold on the point, despite having a strong force here. We're not seeing fights everywhere. Like, there is no spread of population. Everyone is on a single point. That's really interesting. I mean, if I was any of them right now, I would want to start caps on the I and the F base if I was NC, or the other way around. This is very far from the other matchups we've seen. CN0P is VS, yes. TR is still fighting to get on the point, but I don't think they have the spawn options to allow that. D point is being attacked by VS, and the NC is not fighting for the C point. Interesting. The F point is finally was flipped for NC, but it's being recaptured. The fact that it's a 1 minute capture timer makes it really dynamic if you want to play really fast harassment. The VS tried to capture the B point. Wait, is it 1 minute or 2 minutes? I don't understand the timer. It's showing midpoint, but 50 seconds left. I think it's 2 minutes. I'm seeing something wrong here. NC is still trying to get control of the point, and they are going on the point here. And it's only 1 minute and 11 seconds, so NC has not a lot of time to redeploy there. I think, how are they getting here? Do they have any senders?
I really like what TR have done at the Relic E site, where they put the shield to cover the actual dome of the base. I really like that idea.
I mean, it's a good point to hold the base and prevent jumps directly on it. But that being said, we have seen that happen, and base is not being attacked at all. So construction time not being used properly, and orbiters is also being able to really destroy those bases really fast. So it's really like manpower management, I would say. And right now, the TR is doing it, that they are doing the cap on the H point right now, and NC doesn't seem to be, oh, they are showing up more and more. The fight is really tense here. I would really like to see I'm going to see if we can have the capture, because I'm not seeing it, and I don't think I have the mission on.
VS now have 2 capture points.
Oh.
And their population has gone up by 2%. But they are losing.
That fight on the edge point, it's really, everyone is here. It's so close, and I think it's not being captured right now, but it's really close. And they have it. The Tiara just captured Relic Edge. So they have a score advantage. They should have a score advantage right now. Yep, they are. Like, 1 point advantage. That's really close.
But if NC can't get Relic I, then they will cut off Relic H.
Yep, that's for sure. But there isn't a lot of them right now, so they need to redeploy there really fast. And I'm also already seeing Banshees on the point. That's why you don't stay on the point. That's why you stay on the balconies.
VS Symes making an appearance at Relic Eye,
Let's look at the...
interfering with that TR defense.
Yeah, the VS have decided, I think, to just be a thorn in everyone's feet. That's very interesting. NC is strongly in the I point. And TR has just started the cap on the G point. TR is, despite having less population than the NC, is doing the good work right now. Like, they capture one base, they are harassing the G point. Will they be able to recapture, to defend the I is unknown. I don't think they will because I don't have the population here right now. But they are starting to play... yeah, that's what I did, Osprey, but it's not showing up.
If VS wants to be really annoying, they could just send one person to back cap Relic B and one person to Relic E just to annoy the NC and TR as they're occupied on the center 3 points. 33 seconds on Relic I. Will NC hold it? If they do, they will cut off Relic H, but at the same time, TR are going for Relic G, which will cap in 1 minute, re-establishing that lane.
Yeah, like if they capture the relic G, the I relic is not going to be captured and the H is not going to be cut off. VS is going for the B. VS is just decided to be annoying. That's really, I like it. Like it's like a third faction that is not able to strongly contest, but will definitely annoy you. And TR just started the cap on the relic A, but it's not going to go through. So relic I was captured, and now the relic H is captured. So TR only has 2 bases getting score right now. I think NC should be getting above in the leaderboard soon enough, but they need to defend the rig G because this is starting to be a kind of a cheese with a lot of holes inside it because everyone is cutting off everyone. And we're not seeing, I don't think, oh, they have maxes. That's I think the first one we've seen so far. NC is trying to get from the building to the point, but there's quite a strong TR at least squad. Yep, they're turning it. TR now has 3 base and NC only has 2 right now, and 1 is being attacked. The A point is being attacked. Yep, thanks Osprey, it's worked. Let's see here. Yep, TR is starting the timer here, so it means that the F and the G base are... Oh no, it's not secure. The G base is not secure because you can attack it from I, but TR is doing a much better work right now.
It's going to be quite interesting to see, like, in the end result, how well the VS have done, because that seems to be one of like the most contentious issues with Outfit Wars, where people are saying like, "Oh, this is only for big outfits. My small outfit can't do anything," and whether or not VS is a big outfit or a small outfit, they still have 2 capture points, and they don't have as much population, and their population is actually slowly rising. Now it's to 13%, and they still hold 2 capture points. So hopefully,
13, yeah.
This could be a testament to smaller outfits saying, you know, maybe in the future when some sort of alliance system comes out, maybe we'll start to see smaller outfits.
Yeah, like they're doing quite great, and NC has to redeploy 2 squads at least on the B point to secure it. And interestingly enough, nobody's attacking the VS warp gate spaces. Maybe they should do that to secure, just have one guy or 2 harassing the points so they can secure it. The I base is being recaptured by the TR, so that they will definitely go up in score. TR should be quite above the 200 point now, but the NC is not far behind. A base was resecured. The B point was interesting. I want to see the first real NC and VS battle here. Seems like VS has been out of the point now. I'm sorry if my English is quite broken. I understand I'm missing a few words in my sentences all the time. But it's a morning. Hopefully at the end of the day I will make full English sentences. It seems like both sides are avoiding each other and recapturing bases that they need in the map to play. Seems like TR just, is trying to secure the I base rather than the G1 because it's all more value for them.
TR trying to get a spawn solution, trying to get onto the Relic G, trying to contest it.
I'm on it, yeah, that Sunday is under constant harassment, but the TR seems to have the advantage here. Like, I think they will get on the point. They seem to have control of the roof, they seem to have control of the air, and they seem to have the respawn options, and they are targeting the No, the NC, yeah, the anti-Sandy is being harassed. I think TR should be able to get on the point in the incoming 40 seconds.
It
Rick
makes me
I
wonder
is
why TR haven't just spawned on the Sunderet, all pulled decimators, run around the base, not inside the base, around the base, because their Sunderers aren't that far away from one another.
look, yeah, the NC finally pulling harassers and contesting the TR Thunder, but the MBT is here and it is definitely scaring that harasser away. Oh god, it's going to die. How is it not dead? Yep, it's dead now. Oh god.
Hopefully we see the Prowler pushing around the base,
Yep,
destroying these NC
is
Sunderers,
destroyed one.
allowing
Is
TR
destroyed
to make a
one.
foothold.
There's still one more. And we're seeing a burst attacks from TR because I think from NC because I think that Banshee Mosquito is quite annoying. NC is getting on the point, TR is on the point, so Rick G seems to be defended by TR, and NC is capturing the Rick H. TR seems to have trouble splitting their population. I don't know where they are, but oh, they are all on. I think no. Where is TR? They should be able to secure 2 bases, not 1. Let's have a look at the score. It would be great if we could have the score on the main screen. And NC recapturing the G point right now, but they are. Oh my god, those Spitfires. Look at them. Like, do you see the Spitfire on the G point roof? It's a nightmare.
I believe that's the robotics implant that gives them those Spitfires that range. Well, quite a good use of the Spitfires as a fire support.
TIA seems to be really strong when they pull all their resources together. They have a better combined arms game and a better, you know, control of the ground, but they're not able to split as much as the NC do. NC is just getting the H points for free right now, and except for a few Scythe harassing the point. They just recapture the NC just recapture the H point for free now. And we're seeing, I think that's Orbital Strike building from VS, so they're definitely trying to have some fun here. That's a flail and
VS Sime's doing really good work of picking away at these Reavers and Mozzies. It's like they just swoop in, snipe a few ESF, and pull out and come back again. But they are working as a team. It's a little team of 3 Snives.
we're reaching a third of the game right now, so it's 38 minutes, so the match has started since 20 minutes. And it means that we should be almost seeing an hour-long match. Slowly but surely the Spitfires are getting destroyed. And the G point is back in the end of the NC. And they have the population here, so they should be able to at least fight for it decently. They are killing... Oh, that mosquito. Rip.
VS moving on to Relic I. Spawn Sunder is going up. Lightnings and Mag Riders in support.
TR is not having a fun time right now. They're trying to resecure the Relic Edge, but I don't think they should be
TR
focusing
have
here.
sent a squad to Relic I to try and prevent the VS from getting this capture point. NC drop on the point too.
The Relic Edge is fought like we have 2 fights at the same place, but they're not like they're ignoring each other. It's like both fast commanders probably decided to go for a base, and they just realized that they are looking at each other's.
They keep swapping between G and H. NC will
Yep,
go to G,
Edge. Yep,
TR will go to H, and it's just they're just chasing each other between the 2 bases because they can. Because the way this lane is set up is that they can because they always have connection.
NC has the population to defend the Edge point, so I think they will be able to resecure it. We're seeing smokes, which is not fun for me. But they're resecuring the Edge point, and Tia doesn't seem to have a strong hold on it right now. And NC is going to be able to capture G. VS has started the cap on I, and the A point is being attacked by TR, so at least they have something going for them. But NC doing a much better job at splitting forces right now. They're also taking the Vanu C point. I think NC will maybe win. I think because if they're able to split their population better than the TR, they will get more bases. It's a timer game, not a winning fight game. And the A point is being resecured yet by... No, it's not. It's being attacked. The NC has a shield, a sky shield on the relic A. And it's not didn't prevented the TR from capturing the point. It's not possible Morfielder. I don't think so, at least. And we're not even seeing that anywhere. NC finally reacted to the A point, but that's still a long time for them to resecure it. And TR can decide to resecure. Interesting, the I point is not being defended at all. But at least they are not trying to send captures on a rig D. NC is going to have the rig C finally, so it means that they will have a bit of score. Let's look at the score right now. YLBT is at 353, so it means they're at halfway through the victory. Interesting. It's interesting to see TR being that low on that high on the score when they're seeing. I have the feeling like NC is dominating, but I have the feeling TR is actually in the head on the score. So there's something missing for sure. The G point is being attacked by NC, which is I guess the next big target right now. The Spitfires are going to get destroyed. Did you think like the tier just stored as much merit as they could so they can pull as many Spitfire as possible? That's definitely something I see outfits organized do. And I haven't seen also Orbital Strike when I was told there would be a lot of them.
I mean, I'm quite curious as to how VS are going to use their orbital strike. Maybe they'll use it just to capture a base in the last few seconds.
I think they're just
to...
going to Orbital Strike to get fun and to be annoying. I think that's what they decided to do. And they are definitely annoying TR who has to spend a lot of population defending the high point and at least the
So,
TR.
so Tia have a flail up at Relic E. They're slowly trying to get Relic C back.
If you look at the amount of bases, TR and NCRs are quite an equal one. The VS defended Relic D at the last second. Interesting. So no free base for TR, and the Rig C is still in the end of NC for at least a minute. TR has defended the Relic G. When TR defend the base, they go all in, and they definitely are able to kick the NC out. We're not seeing any big attack right now. Rig D is being resecured, Rig C is being recaptured by VS, but it's not contested. I think maybe missed it, but I think the VS base was destroyed at some point. Oh no, it's still there. My bad. But it's oh yes, it is. I wasn't seeing the orbital strike icon. Relic G is wait. I'm seeing more NC population on Relic G, and I'm seeing the mosquitoes shooting at the point. So let's slow down a bit. The Spitfires are constantly firing. Here's the NC trying to get out of the building, but TR has a stronger force on the roof and on the point, so it's not going to work right now. D base is being resecured. NC is defending the C point, so they are still holding 4 bases and keeping equal on the score, at least in the increase of the score. But the score, they have 70 points less than YLBT, so they are behind. They need to capture a base from TR, and they need to do it quickly. Where's the population? Where is everyone attacking everyone? Maybe we're going to see the A point being attacked finally. C point is flipping, but that's no, that's fine. And the F base is here, and it's being flipped by NC. Yep, another base defended by a sky shell, but there's still holes that you can still get here from the roof. Hey, looky, 56 people watching. That's nice. VS is attacking Relic I. Relic G is still being fought over. VS is also trying to recapture Relic C. The moment NC lose Relic C without capturing another base is probably the moment they will get far behind in score. But we are seeing TR attack Relic H. So let's get there. I don't think that that F point is going to get attacked any soon. Let's see what NC is doing. Where are they? What are they going to try to defend? Reach H population going a bit higher. Sadly, I don't think the TR are going to be able to defend relic I. They are doing all-in on defending relic G and relic H. So I don't think they have population left to defend it. Yep, NC has managed to defend with that Spitfire. Yep, Spitfire kills, baby.
TR Mosquitoes really gunning down VS at Relic I. TR dropping on a beacon to try and stop the VS from capping.
Yep, they defended it. And NC is defending Relic C, so Vanu is trying to capture bases right now, but they cannot. They only have one, and they are not managing to play the third wheel on that match.
It was quite a big reaction by TR just to kill 3 VS trying to capture a base. That manpower could have easily gone to assisting the cat at H or the defense of G.
G has a lot of NC population and not a lot of TR. And I think H has a lot of NC population too, so that they should be able to defend Relic H.
Once Relic I is resecured, we should see TR respond to one of those bases, either defense or attack.
They need to get on Relic G, like it's 70% NC population and they are quite a good hold on it. That MBT, is it the same as all the time? Yeah, it seems like it's the same MBT doing all the work. And he's trying to resecure and kill any Thunderers. I'm not saying any, I think it will be around here. But it's a minute left and TR is not responding right now. The Rick H is defended. Rick C need to be resecured, but right now the VS is... the NC seems to be able to get the advantage. If they capture Rick G, they will be ahead. Let's have a look at the score. The scores are going really fast. We're near 500 points. And TR always still has almost 80 points in advance, but if they lose that base, the score is going to be really close.
Big TR push going on to G right now. ESF's in support. TR snowballing onto the capture point, managing to resecure it in the last 20 seconds.
They just redeployed in one sweep and redefended the base. That's really good from TR. That's a good defense. NC is not able to break out of that G point. They need that 5th point if they want to get ahead in the score. Relic C is being recaptured by VS2, so NC will have to spread a bit of population, maybe a squad to resecure it.
Big response by NC there, dropping in just as TR get onto the capture point.
Oh, I left too fast. They are back here, indeed.
TR doing very well to keep that momentum going and holding that capture point.
Element of Spitfires on the point. Well, at least now they are not on the roof, but where is NC population? Are they inside? Yeah, it seems like they are inside. But they will have to do big fight around here, and they need to capture it really quickly. Like they're behind in the score. YLBT just reached the 500 score, so we are like if this was the first iteration, the match would be over. But it's not. So HH has a chance to try and win, but did they lose the C point? No, they just did. No, they're not. The C point is going to be lost, so NC is going to lose another base.
We haven't really seen
strike.
VS go for Relic E, only Relic I, and we're quite interested to see if VS snaps to another TR as well.
Missed the first orbital strike. I didn't know what it destroyed. I just know that it shot something, maybe a Thunderer. I think YLBT is ahead now. They are definitely going to get much faster than HH in the score. I'm afraid the match is done now, unless HH completely, YLBT completely collapse. I don't see them having enough bases to get back in the score. It's really interesting to see that match being a 1v1. I think I really like it. It's really a strong struggle between NC and TR, with just VS being sometimes annoying and both teams having to spend a bit of populations quite randomly, but quite evenly too. So I really like that that the way the match is right now. And now I want Outfit War 1v1 for sure. It's really a game of spreading population, defending and attacking, managing logistics. That's really good. I want to see that in 1v1 setup now. Relic H has been resecured by NC, and NC is trying to recapture the C point, but they won't get a fifth base. They only like they're not going to be able to fight YLBT in the score. And VS seems to be not harassing TR right now. Oh yes, they are. They're actually trying to recapture Relic I. But unless that capture on H point and on I point go through, I think TR is going to win that match. It's going to be really close even if that happens. YLBT re-securing the H point. Oh no, wait, that's an attack. They're not flipping it because they don't have any point to flip it. Oh my god, I just realized that. They still have to wait 18 seconds before they can capture H. The VS has almost a squad on the I point. Oh, and YLBT has almost 100 score in advance.
VS with 1 minute on Relic I. Will we see VS get a third capture point? But they seem to be trading always. Either they go for I and they lose C, and they have to go back to defend C. So maybe we start to see VS going for like Relic E just to really annoy the TR.
I mean, VS with only 13% population, managing to get the hold on 3 base and almost capturing a third
Oh,
from time
as
to
we
time.
see an Orbital Strike coming down onto Relic G.
Oh, yes. Oh. But is NC going there to get on the point? TR are the first are going to go back outside, but the NC population, I don't know where it is right now. The A point is being harassed, the H point is being captured by TR. TR is doing the much better work, I have to say.
I think that the majority of NC population are in vehicles coming down between the G and H point.
NC is getting the H point capture back, but they cannot capture it because the Relic A was harassed, so the point is soon to be flipped back, but it's still 12 seconds, and that's 12 seconds on a 2-minute timer is really big. It's like 5%, and it's 12 seconds where TR can kill NC and destroy spawn points. That was really good play on that lone pro BTR trying to flip the A point. The edge capture is almost going through, but when I see population, I think NC will defend it. Yep, they are back on it. Oh, it's a big fight, but NC has definitely the H point secured. The I point did not go through, so VS was not able to capture it and play the score. We're less than 90 points before the victory for YLBT.
I suppose it helps TR when VS is primarily going for Relic C, and as they stand now, both NC and TR have the same amount of bases, with VS picking
They are going to
either
get
faction's
H.
bases.
The H point is going to go for TR. I don't see NC defending it in 20 seconds, so NC TR will definitely have the advantage, and the less than 80 points that they need to win are going to get even faster in their pockets.
Another Orbital Strike goes on to Relic F.
Yep, let's have a look at this one if we can. I missed it. And yeah, NC is attacking Relic F, but I think that's a bit too late, especially since TR just captured Relic H. So they have 5 bases right now, and they only need 67 points. Maybe we should look at that F point fight. TR is spreading and doing small harassment work on different points, which is quite the thing you should do, I think, because you can prevent captures here. TR is resecuring the F point. The defenses from YLBT have been using just the hammer and just throwing it at whatever NC is doing and just getting there, and they're wiping the floor with them. I have to say, like I haven't seen a lot of NC defenses attacks going through, because when TR deploys to redefend, they're just doing it in like a minute.
They are now controlling all of the middle points, both all G, H, and I. NC having to wait another 7 seconds before they can even attempt to capture Relic G.
The 40 points left, yeah, 39 points left for YLBT to win. VS isn't doing anything. They have 17 population now, and they're trying to capture the high points, but I think that map is going to be the way it's going to be. Like unless the high point go through, I don't think we're going to see any other change. The NC is attacking G, so they are going to try and get at least a base, and they are fighting for it. But the match is going to end. Like there's only 27 points left. Will TR try to defend it? We're not seeing anything, but I think TR knows that they won. You cannot go with 120 point advantage. It's too late. This is a convincing win from YLBT. Oh, and the router is being used. And TR is using that router for sure. That's the way they are redeploying here.
VS doing really well to hold Relic Army.
Yep, the router is dead, but that is a solid squad of TR just spawned on it, and now they have beacons, and now they are back on the point. Is that the way they've gone through every defense? Just putting a router down, and then beacons, and then just spawning everyone on air? I mean, NC still has a lot of population on Rig G, but the TR, I mean, actually the TR is not in a strong position here. But the match, let's look at the score. It's 705. Wait, oh yes, my bad, it's 750. We have 50 viewers, that's nice. So still 50 points, now 42. I forgot, I thought it was 700. I'm bummed now. I was like 700, and no. The NT is trying to almost reach the 600 points, but they are taking the H point, and the Relic I went to VS actually. So the NC has 3 bases, the TR has 4, so but they are going to lose Relic G, and H is cut off. So NC has the point advantage now. Will they have enough points to? I don't think they're going to go and win 150 points when there's only 30 left for YLBT, even with 1 base advantage, actually 2 base advantage, unless they capture Relic F. Could NC do it? They are flipping, like they're capturing a 5th base and a 6th base now. And Banshee has here. That F battle is probably being the last one. How is the score doing? It's 25 points less for TR, and they still have 1 base, so at least they have 2 bases. Oh god, if TR is trying to get on the point here, like the TR is in shamble. They are losing one of the 2 bases left. Only 20. Oh god. It's so close. Can NC do it? Do you think they can generate enough points and win if they capture F?
It would be great to see if NC do come out to capture it. 45 second on Relic F.
What's the score? The score is 7-3-3, so we only have 7 points left?
This is going to be essentially the final battle.
TR is flipping the point.
TR managed to rush onto point, managed to flip F. Still quite a lot of NC around the point to counter cap.
That fight is so close. I have to watch the score. I think TR has it now. And they are
NC just
only
running off the point.
23 points left. There's so many TR. I don't think NC can do it right now. And they have routers and NC is trying to put beacons too, but they are. Oh, Max is finally. Yep, I think TR has a front control. Do we have Thunderers outside? I don't think so. I mean, they must have cloaked anyway, but... Oh, and they have a spawn tube TR too, so... Yep, I think TR managed to save it, and there are only 7 points left. Despite a really strong show up in the last minute of the match, NC did not manage to get enough points. There were only 100 points left, and but there's still a 100-point difference.
So many TR Spitfires on that capture point.
And NC lost the base on the Relic C during that fight because they could not contest it from VS. VS actually has more bases than TR right now.
VS population increased to
But
18%.
it's 1 point left. We're going to see the end of the match, and it's a victory for YLBT. Congratulations to them. That was a really good match. Lots of back and forth.
I believe the next match, the
silver match here
is
going
starting
on.
pretty much soon.
Yep, the match, the